Since Infosys has officially announced the new assessment date, that is August 1st, if you are trying to attend for the coding assessment on 1st August, this video will tell you exactly how to approach the exam, how many questions you should target, and how your round 1 performance affects every round that follows. Let's directly get into the strategy, because this is not an exam where you need 100% marks. You just need right strategy. Starting with, first of all, let's understand the exam pattern. The assessment duration is around 3 hours. You usually get 3 coding questions arranged in increasing difficulty. Question 1 will generally be easy, like based on foundation problems, and should be fully solved with all test cases passed. Coming to the question 2, it will be a medium type question. It requires stronger logic, aim for a maximum test case coverage. And the question 3 is hard, designed to be challenging. Attempt only after securing question 1 and question 2. Your objective is not to spend all 3 hours trying to solve the hardest question. Your objective is to maximize your overall score. Now let's understand what performance is generally expected for different roles. For digital specialist engineer role, if this role is your goal, focus on solving the first question completely with all test cases passed. Then spend the remaining time solving as much of the second question as possible. Even partial test cases success in the second question can strengthen your overall performance. Talking about the SP level 1, that is Specialist Programmer level 1, if this is your target, you should look for 2 well solved questions. Both solutions should pass the maximum possible test cases. And further, talking about the SP level 2, aim to solve first 2 questions completely and make strong progress on the third question. And finally, Specialist Programmer level 3, for this role, you should target all 3 questions with optimized solutions. This role demands strong problem solving ability and consistency throughout the assessment. Now let's discuss something about what mistake you should not do. One mistake I see every year is students spending more than 1 hour on the hardest question while leaving the easiest question unfinished. Don't do that. Secure your marks first. Complete question 1, maximize question 2, only then move to question 3. You should be following this order. Now let's talk about something important. Another important point is partial test cases matter. Do not leave any question blank. Infosys evaluates based on test cases execution. If your solution passes a significant number of test cases, that is much higher than submitting nothing. Even if you cannot optimize the solution, submit your best working approach. And if you stuck on optimization, submit the logic you have, that's enough. Every passing test case adds to your score. So try to maximize your score. Now this is the strategy I recommend for you, that is regarding the time management strategy. For question 1, you provide 20 to 30 minutes. Complete full solution. Try to solve the question in 20 to 30 minutes. It is maximum. And for question 2, since it is a medium level, try to give 50 to 60 minutes for that question. And maximum all the test cases coverage. And for the final question 3, if you go till there, provide your remaining time and attempt the best approach you can apply for at that time. If you finish a question early, immediately move to the next one. Do not keep trying to perfect an already accepted solution. Now here's something that is very important. You should choose the right programming language. Use the programming language you are most comfortable with. This is not the time to experiment with a new language because someone else recommended it. Use the language in which you can write faster code, debug faster, and also think more clearly, because time is what matters a lot during these rounds. Now let's talk about something that very few students understand. Your round 1 performance influences the expectation in the later rounds. Candidates with stronger coding performance may receive more challenging discussions in the subsequent technical interviews. For higher specialist programmer roles, interviews generally expect stronger DSA knowledge, better optimization skills, and deeper technical understanding. So don't try to create a performance that you cannot justify later. Prepare to explain every solution you write. Before the assessment, your last minute checklist should be like this. Check for your understanding in arrays and strings like concepts, 2 pointers, sliding window and prefix sums. few your skills in hashing and binary search like frequency maps, search optimizations that are most commonly used in frequency maps and search optimizations. Check for the knowledge in trees and graphs. And the important concepts in these are BFS, DFS and traversal patterns. Further, if you have sufficient time, go for DP and basic dynamic programming. Most of the hard level questions come from this part because dynamic programming is the heart of the problem. Look for common patterns, not advanced variants. Also revise time complexity and common edge cases. These topics appears repeatedly in coding assessments. Final tips would be like read the problem carefully before coding. Understand the problem statement, constraints and expected outcome. Format fully before writing a single line of code. Think first and then code next. Spend 2 to 3 minutes planning your approach. A wrong approach coded quickly wastes more time than a correct approach started slowly. And then handle edge cases explicitly. Test your solution against edge cases before submitting empty inputs and also single inputs. Maximum constraints are common traps. Submit your best, not the perfect. Don't panic if your question 3 looks difficult. It is designed to be challenging. Submit your best working solution. Partial credit is real credit. You get your score maximized, that is the main target goal. You don't need to solve everything perfectly. You need to solve the right things in the right order with the right strategy. Now let's talk about something you are really here for. Like which AI tool you should be using in order to solve the questions. I would prefer to use ChatGPT's Codex because it provides accurate coding answers because it is also built only for coding solutions. You can choose ChatGPT's Codex. It is most powerful and you can have answers within seconds. Whether it is easy, medium or hard level, you will get answers accurately. Because sometimes if you use other tools like ChatGPT and like Gemini or any other model that does not have that level of understanding, thinking, processing and all, those can provide you code that does not work. If it provides those type of codes, your time will be wasted and also your chances of getting shortlisted for the next round will also be less. So I prefer you to use Codex. Another one is Cloud coding. You can use Cloud coding. It is also one of the best. But the thing is, you need to provide complete question properly to the tool which you are using. You should make the AI tool understand what the question really is. Also, along with constraints, everything you should provide to the AI tool so that it can provide you accurate answer. So that's my suggestion for using these tools. And lastly, I will say that if you are appearing for the Infosys assessment on 1st August, I wish you all the very best. In the upcoming videos, I will also explain the further rounds like technical interviews and preparation strategy for every stage after this round 1. So subscribe to the channel and stay connected. I will see you in the next video. That's it for today. Thank you guys.